Jonah Seewald is on the right of the player cam and is playing the white checkers on the bottom of the screen.
So it's level.
So we're all but ready to kick off here. Who's behind me?
So I have a
Hey, Rory?
Sure.
if we're using the baffle box, which may seem strange,
Okay.
but what I would like is if you throw it in there
Yeah.
like this,
Yeah.
that
Step over there and tell Tara to turn off the autofocus.
even
When
if it didn't
we
go through,
Autofocus?
yeah,
Yeah.
when we reset it every night, it
for it.
changes the settings.
I saw it
Tell
go
her to
through.
turn off
I didn't see
autofocus.
it
She'll
go
know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
it could be a
through. An honest dispute.
absolutely.
And,
Are you going to use the cup or the box?
Oh, if the box. is there,
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey, Eric. Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, I don't care.
Again, I'm sure Eric always enjoys that we're
I've had a couple
streaming in his own time zone.
before, and not with somebody who's going for an angle, but just
Sure.
we didn't see the same thing.
Sure.
Okay. Perhaps I can't hear the player mics, and depending on the volume, the viewers on the stream can typically hear
So I guess we just have to.
some of the discussion between the players and so forth. But I don't hear that. Okay. Alex, hello to you. Not that I know of, Mishy, as no one here is transcribing it. So here we go. Game 1. It gets 3-1. Jonah 5-1, 6-1. So Jonah, Kit's going to come out and play 6-5, preparing hopefully to make another point in his home board. Ooh. Okay, Jonah rolled a 4-3 that he couldn't use too much. Just had to go to the 6 point. And Kit also rolls a somewhat awkward 4-3. Perhaps he just takes it around the corner up there. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, set of 5s for Jonah. And again, I remind everyone it is Jonah's birthday, so he'll try to be doing some twofold celebration here today, I'm sure. And as many of y'all might have heard this 3 or 4 days ago here in the casino, Jonah on a 75-cent slot pool won $10,500. So he's on a roll. Okay, 3-2. So Jonah's got a little bit. Well, he had that set of double 5s early, which made him 2 points in his home board. So he's got a little work going there. But Kit has managed to extricate both of his back checkers. Now the 6-3 is a little. Well, it's Jonah's 6-3. When they're using a baffle box, the rolls are always on the same side of the board, so sometimes you can get confused. Now, one key to alleviating some of that is to look at whose clock's running.
He's going to be on that. Hello to you.
Yeah, I like that, Dimitri. Kit is preparing a birthday present for Jonah, he hopes. Kind of gift wrap him a loss. So we're already up to 83 viewers right out of the gate. So we should have some good-sized audiences today. So here, before too long, we should have on stream 2, which is the Ace Point Backgammon YouTube channel, championship consolation semifinal with Dana Nazarian and Marcelo Di Filippo from Argentina. His wife just came in and gave Tara a hug. We met her yesterday, and we're actually showing stream 2 on a second large screen TV here in the viewing area today. Now there'll be no commentary and no sound on that, but it does afford the players or the players, family, friends, whomever, the chance to view that
Morning.
match in a little bit more comfortable setting. So 1-0 Kit. Mr. Banks, good morning to you, sir. Welcome. Okay, so dueling 5-4s. Set of 6s. That will work. He almost wishes he wasn't split, but he's going to go to the bar. Maybe take around to the 8, 20 to 8 with the other. No, he's going to make the deuce point. Okay. Yeah. So,
You did the same play.
Yeah.
Very much. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, this is
Thank you.
the second time this match where I could have hit and you would have
well,
flunky.
Tara does more of the hard work than I do, Tal. It's easy to sit here and talk, but she's the technical guru behind all of this stuff. Look at there, Julius High on the front row. Got the euchre seat. Okay, so we've had the
Incentive for that play is
dueling
different than mine.
double 6s here. So he plays it somewhat similarly, but can't play it identically, of course. Deuce 1. Kit's going to slide on the hit and slot on the 5. Boom. No worky. So what's he going to do? Maybe step up in the back? Probably doesn't necessarily want to volunteer another checker, so he steps up as we might have anticipated. Yeah. Kit hits and points on his 3-point. Jonah, he can come in and hit. Set of 3s. He's going to make the 20, and then he'll figure out what he's going to do with the other 2. He's going to make the 4. Now, he has a much superior board. Jonah might want to try to tidy up those checkers over there if he can. But that doesn't work so well. The 3 tidies it up, but he doesn't have an ace, so he's just going to have to safety that one. Kid's would like to attack that checker, but he can't, so he's going to the midpoint with that 4-5. Okay, Jonah, kind of an ugly 6-2. Maybe he comes out and slots the 4. Okay, hopes to, Kit's going to bet on the come here. He's I'd say he's well ahead. He's probably not that far ahead in the race because Jonah has extricated his rear checkers. But if Jonah could roll a 2 or a 9, Jonah would find himself in considerable jeopardy here. Okay, so Dana and Marcello have started their match on stream 2. Okay, wow, this is an interesting one. 65. wouldn't be surprised if Jonah takes this, but, there is peril, but he does take it. If Kit doesn't hit that deuce, and he doesn't, and it could have been a deuce or a 9, he doesn't, maybe Jonah can scamper to safety, but he's still going to have some problems clearing all of this. 7 makes the 9 point, or 10 point, actually. MCG has joined us again. Welcome, Matt. Matt always has some most insightful and great perspective and opinion here. So be sure and read that chat line along with watching the video, listening to me, and any guest commentators that might join us, although most people are playing right now. But read that chat line as well, because you got your Dimitri's in the house, and Matt Cohn-Gower and Joe Urso will probably pop in, and Justin Knoll and others. Elias Kritikos was watching yesterday from Norway, top European player. So we get a lot of great input from those. And as y'all can tell, and I mention this all the time, I like to do the commentary in kind of an interactive fashion. I monitor the chat line. So, if you have comments, suggestions, questions, critiques, whatever, type them in. I follow it. I'll acknowledge them. I'll answer questions. I'll respond as appropriate and when I have time. Now, I'll remind everyone, it is Jonah's birthday, so he wants to try to gift himself a U.S. Open championship, and Kit would like to give him a bundle of switches. It's actually Christmas, but I guess it can work for birthdays as well. Okay. So Kit is here. Looky here. What's the count? We've got 68, 88, 90 for white. We have 46, 86, 104. So Jonah's up by 14, sending a 4-cube back to Kit. I got it by 14, but kind of some trickiness potentially for Jonah bearing those checkers in. Kit does have the superb home board over there. So Matt says, yeah, it must be a super easy take. So let's see what happens. He does take it. 6-2 clears the 10. 4-5, so Kit's going to slot the ace and go to the 5. Now Jonah trying to clear. Now he's... Okay, so Kit's going to... Now Jonah can sustain anything here pretty much. 6-2. So it's going to come down to the next roll. Kit's kind of, a nice roll from a timing perspective. Now, what does Jonah do? 6-4. He gets him in. So managed to negotiate and clear that without too much difficulty or complication. He's going to take 2 off. He might entertain the thought of moving 1 off the 6, so he's not vulnerable to a double 5 or a double 6. But we'll see what happens. Aces, that'll work fairly well. Jonah might. He certainly discovers the first option of how to play that, but going to play this as a little more, a little safer than having that single spare on the 6 point, perhaps. Okay, 5-4. And Kit, what little racing equity he might have had is rapidly evaporating. Okay, he's on the track anyway, but lap or two behind. Okay, already up to 126 viewers early on today, so that's appreciate everyone's viewing. Be sure and smash that like button and make Mark Olson happy at Galaxy. We certainly appreciate their cooperation and letting stream on their channel. Everyone hit the like button. We're already up to 132 early. Okay, so here we are at 4-1 Jonah. Now over on Stream 2, they're in their first game. It's 7-point consolation semifinal. Dana Nazarian and Marcello Di Filippo. It's first game. Marcello has a 2 cube. Dana has perhaps a superior position, but a little bit of complication and contact bearing in. 6-3 by Kit. Mary Ann has settled into the lazy boy, apparently, and hopefully she's got a 6-pack of her favorite beverage. I suspect it's probably tea or Coke rather than Budweiser, but whatever it might be, get your snack and your soda in your easy chair and enjoy a day of backgammon streaming. Okay, a set of 6s by Jonah. That will work. I have 1 by Kit, gets to make his 5-point. And Jonah, he's well advanced, but he doesn't have a tremendous amount of flexibility here. Maybe you run right now. Put a spare on the 8 and let Wilbur fend for himself back here. Little Wilbur the trailer. He's going to bring the 2 down, which is vulnerable to a direct 6 or a indirect 8. So Jonah ends up with 1 back regardless. Nice ace 6 to come out. Peter, we personally are not going to the Cherry Blossom here in a couple 3 weeks, only because it conflicts with the Istavder tournament in Istanbul and the UBC Contender tournament, which is run in conjunction with that Istavder tournament. So we're off to Istanbul in a couple of weeks. But that should be a fine event there in at Dulles Airport area in D.C. Okay, so pretty good. He's going to step up. I wouldn't be surprised, perhaps, to see Jonah. He doesn't. I thought he might contemplate shipping it, but he could have some problems clearing that 18-point. And he does have a 3-point lead, so you don't want to, you hate to give up a lead you've worked hard to get. Okay, 3-2 by Kit. Probably going to go. He could step up, but then it's only 2 is to the 2. Four, 2. So now what's he going to do? He could pick and pass to the ace, and that's what he does. Kit rolls a 2-6, which is among the ugliest rolls in the cup in this position. Jonah rolls a ace-5, which covers and hits on the 17 if he wants to, or he could slot on the deuce, but probably hit on the 17. But that's a lot of returns. What is that? 2-6, 5-6. or 7-2-1. I kind of suspect he might do this, but Alex and Matt are both looking at the pick and pass from the 7, which would not leave a direct shot. And these guys, I mean, they see all the immediate rolls that all of us see, but they are very disciplined and deliberate to consider all of their various options. Now, Jonah's probably going to have to play on here. Not have to play on, but will choose to play on. 3-2 makes the 5. 2-5 for Kit. That's whoa. Well, I don't know. He dupes the aces that way. He could point on the 8 over there and just play with a single blot. He's got a good board. Jonah would hit him, but there would be the 11 returns with Kit with a good board. Matt likes coming out, which just dupes the aces. Okay, so Jonah contemplating what he does. He hits with 1s and 11s here, but if he doesn't hit, it may be a bit tricky to clear. Yeah, I think so, Matt. Definitely a take. Ian has joined the crowd. Welcome aboard, son. Well, you can see, Matt, and I think, in retrospect, you're obviously right. By coming out, dupes the 1s, and Jonah's in a bit of a quandary here as to what to do. I really don't think he can double necessarily. Kit would pick it up in an instant. And but he's going to have trouble clearing that 18-point. Kit's going to have all kinds of timing, and Jonah does get hit here. Oh wait, I'm looking backwards. There was a dance in there. Again, that's just the have to pay very close attention, and I'm glancing back and forth at times to the chat line. But the deuces, that'll work. Now, which one does he want? He can go to the 18 and then have shooting at both ace and a 6 on the next roll if Jonah dances. So it's obviously the deuce. Boom. Okay, this could get painful. Uh-oh, there's another. Pick up that one. Now, what's he do? He could make the bar. He could come to the 9 and 10, but doesn't accomplish too much. So let's do it that way. Jonah, ace 4. Kit looking for a 6. Doesn't get it. He's out. He can dupe the ace. doesn't want a chance of getting that checker hit, so he thinks he can accomplish what he needs to accomplish with the 2 checkers, although, Jonah has managed to anchor. Set of 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 2. 3, 4. 2's 3. I don't think Jonah can step up into this. He's just going to have to face the fact that he's going to do some crunching, and just going to have to wait it out. An ace point game with a crunched board is not too attractive. The one saving grace for Jonah is that the cube is in the center. Yeah, Jonah has killed 4s and 5s, or 5s and 6s, I should say. Now he's killed 4s, 5s, and 6s, so should be able to maintain that 4-point board. And he'd like Kit to gear up. Kit does gear up. Dimitri, what's the streaming schedule today? Well, after this match, we should have the championship final, which will be the winner of this match against Ronald Amaram from Brazil. We'll also have the intermediate championship match, which is Will Reeves versus Tom McAvoy. And then at like 2 p.m., we have the Masters jackpot final, which will be a nice closeout, which will be Brandon Macklin versus Stuart Hosen. That'll be a nice match. Steve Sachs is going to join me as a guest commentator on that. And, of course, we have 3 mics. We might have one beyond that. But Steve wanted to do that match, and both Brandon and Stuart wanted him to do that match. So that should be fun. That would be poker, Tom McAvoy. I don't know. I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar. Okay, so Jonah's a favorite to save this, but he needs to get in and start moving. Like I said, Jonah needs to get in and start moving. Get in and start moving. Dance one more time and you're going to be flirting with backgammon here if you're not careful. Don't dance this time. Boom, okay. He finally took him a long time, but once he got moving, he got moving. Okay, so he gets a shake. 5 sets. Doesn't get him. Okay, so 4-2 Jonah. Okay, and Dana's up 4-0 in that consolation semifinal match on stream 2. Dana Nazarian leads Marcello Di Filippo of Argentina.
But I thought it was a little too much with the score.
Too much at the score.
If I was trailing, I wouldn't have thought about it.
Oh, no. No kidding.
Yeah, that's Olson says feels like a win. It's a funny thing about backgammon. Sometimes you can take consolation in your losses if your losses weren't as bad as they might have been in an individual game. So here we go. Looks like Kit's going to get an opening roll, and he does. A nice 6-1. Hans Ghaffari. That match that Steve is going to commentate on, the Super Jackpot or the Masters Jackpot Final, is scheduled to start at 2 p.m., so it should be, right around that time. It'll be on Stream 1 here, the Galaxy, Backgammon Galaxy YouTube channel. Nice 3-1 by Jonah. After this is the final. You might check with Rory to see. I guess if the intermediate final is at noon, also. But there'll be a consolation final after this, but might go with the main final in the intermediate. So, huh? Oh, Jeb has it. I'm sorry. That I don't know.
No problem.
Really need a.
Certainly, John. John O'Hagan, always willing and capable of offering some great expert
What do we have? 4-2 up to
11.
Okay.
Now, Kit's working at a distinct disadvantage today. It's Jonah's birthday.
Oh my God. That makes Jonah a huge favorite.
That's got to be worth at least a point when you. So, and of course, the winner of this plays Ronald Amaram from Brazil in the championship match.
By the way, earlier in the week, we lost a member of the backgammon community, a guy named Charles Haley, who is from Bloomington, Indiana. Went to a lot of ABT events in the Midwest. He passed away earlier in the week. Condolences to his family and friends.
Yeah, I hate to hear that. We've lost too many recently. 2-3 weeks ago, Bob Glass passed in Los Angeles. John Bird from Austin passed in January. So, again, I knew Haley, but not well, but I'd met him a number of times and didn't know that. So I appreciate you bringing that to our attention.
Who's in our listening audience who knows Charlie, I didn't know that. Keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And so where are we at here on the race? Big pass.
It was 111-126 according to Alex Shagan.
And I think he gets enough contact to make up for. He's a couple pips higher than for it to be taking a straight race, but he gets the occasional shot. So I think it's
Dimitri says your volume was a little low, so
okay.
bring it in closer or speak a little louder or whatever.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Dimitri. Oh, that's what it is.
It was off. It was off?
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll help.
There we go. So, did they hear what I said about Charles Haley?
Maybe not. You might repeat that.
So, I mentioned this earlier, but I guess my microphone was off. Charles Haley, who is a backgammon player from the Midwest, he was living in Bloomington, Indiana. He passed away earlier this week. So, anybody who knows Charlie, if you weren't aware of that, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. And sad to hear, like Bill Riles said, we lost another member of the community, and he had mentioned a few other players who had recently passed away. So, want to make everybody aware of that.
Okay, so
3 points
nice.
on the head. That's right. And
Jonah with a distinct advantage in this game early.
Out to the 18.
Three points
play.
gets done little or nothing to
All
date.
right, hit, and then what? Do you play
11?
7-5 or 13-11? I probably 7-5, but
You got the advantage. You don't give it up, huh?
yeah. Okay, 5-4, double shot, but he's only got one man back, so yeah. Didn't give it much thought, but it probably was a good no cube. Now it's double pass.
I'm with you, Dimitri. After Kit's 1-6, I would have thought about sending it.
I would have thought about it too. Yeah. Now it's either double clear pass or too good. So
Makes the 4. So he's just going to play on now for. I had not turned on his mic.
Very good with double twos when you get greedy.
I know.
okay, so
That'll do it.
Very true.
that's a joker. 2-2. Enters, hits, and makes the 4 point. And he dances. Wow.
Look at this swing.
Just
Hits again. Look at this.
just when you think it's safe to go outside,
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah. Yeah. 5-2. Okay, he's in with both, so I don't think Kit can double yet. 6-4, so make the 2 point is probably
Make
right.
the 2 point.
Fewer shots that
Yeah,
way. Well,
he
leaves
could
fours
make
and
the
sixes.
bar, but
Well, he's a combination of 4s and 6s that enter where the other numbers are 4 or 6, however many numbers that is. So let's see. If you make the bar, you're leaving any 4, 3, 1, 2, 2, and 6, 5. So that's 16. You make the 2 point, he hits with 5, 6, 3, 6, 1, 6. And then 5, 4, 3, 4, 1, 4.
when you can,
So that's 12. Is there anything else that I missed?
well, you could hit 2, but you're
Yeah, you could hit 2 as well. I suspect that the 2 point is the right
I
play.
kind of like, and that unstacks that heavy 8 as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. True, it does leave one extra blot, but I don't think that's enough to make it.
yeah, and
the
Dimitri
wrong
said Dimitri kind of likes the double hit and says it keeps Jonah from making the 20 point. So
Well, that's true. Yeah, it does do that. Huh.
so it's one of those situations where he's got 3 or 4 reasonable options.
Yeah, yeah. The thing about the double hit, though, is that you still have to eventually cover that blot on the ace point. So say that Jonah comes in with 1 checker without hitting, you then
No
only,
guarantee of covering it on the
5,
next row.
7s, and 10s and 12s. Some 12s will cover. So he does do the double hit. Agrees with Dimitri.
You must have Dimitri on lifeline here.
I think
Yeah.
I made the point.
It's,
Which one?
The bar.
if it's wrong, I doubt it's wrong by much, and it might be the best play.
Just because
I would have made the deuce.
better than yours.
But
Ooh, that would have hit back. Of course, this
Jonah.
hits back as well.
Jonah is adept at rolling aces, apparently.
By more shots.
But then my position is easier to clean up. I like the cleanup posture.
Dance-o-matic.
Now
What's that?
I said that was a dance-o-matic.
Oh, yeah.
I'm feeling
Deuce.
Deuce. All right. So,
It's 1 up and another vulnerable.
yeah.
Jonah's laughing about something.
100, 140.
Maybe he forgot to turn his phone off or something. No, he's getting some water. I don't know what.
All right. 166 for black, or Kit. Or I guess that's green. And 47, 25, 72, 111, 123, 138, 41,
Yeah.
152.
Matt thinks this is a pretty clear take with Jonah on the bar and 3 back.
I agree.
Up
Yeah.
to 192 already, so we're going to crack 200 and growing before long.
Yeah, and even if Jonah enters and hits the blot on the 16 point there, Kit still has a pretty good chance of anchoring on the 23 or the 24 point. So, yeah. It'll take Jonah a while to, bring enough wood into the zone to complete the closeout. So, yeah, I agree. It's a take. And, also in backgammon, I think as a general concept, when if you're playing the side that's leading in the game, your checker play decisions tend to be more difficult than the other players.
I just knew.
So,
that if I hit
you know,
down,
by taking, you
Wow.
make him win
According to
it.
one guy who put that in,
Yeah.
Reese Hodges, was 140 no double and a 584 take.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, not going to help his PR.
Well, it shows you, even the best players occasionally blunder.
I'm still not sure I was right to pass by any means.
I don't know. I didn't know. I just thought it was a cube. I didn't really care if it was.
Yeah, Marianne lobbying for those likes, and we appreciate that. We've got almost 200 viewers, so I'd like to see us approaching something like 200 likes. I like to think
Okay.
there are not those
Cube.
who dislike it.
Yeah. Hit that like button. Pretty clear cube here, I think, for Kit.
Yeah, and
Can I justify not doubling?
I mean, you're up in the race, a stronger board,
I don't think I can.
slightly behind
And
in
you-
the pip
and
in the score. So
okay, Jonah scoops it up. Let's see what happens.
Double twos all day. All day.
5 3s, like what, 8 and 3.
I think so. I like the double. Yeah, I mean, you're up in the race, stronger board. Yeah, looks right to me.
Okay, he's going to make a break for it right here. Doesn't make it, but Jonah doesn't really have a 6 either to
Yeah, quite a
playing with a
few.
lot of blots. Huh?
Yeah, quite a few return hits. So.
And there's one of them. And Jonah'd like to anchor up, doesn't do it, but he can make his bar.
And a 3 can cover the
Make
10
the
or
10.
make the 7.
Yeah, probably right to make the 10.
Okay, just swing that
Across
one
the
around.
board.
Yeah.
Yes, Ray. This is the
One loss final.
the second chance final.
Okay. All right. So, do you blitz or do you make the positional play? I sort of like the 7 and the 9, but certainly making the 2-point gives you more gammons. But well, that's yeah. Ray Fogerland just pointed out making a 2-point blocks 2-6 from the bar. So
There's Mr. Scott Johnston wishing Jonah a happy birthday.
So, yeah, I would lean towards the positional play, but I don't know. I could easily be wrong.
I kind of like the positional play. I mean, you just kind of
You know,
almost seal up the game.
yeah, I think
you never seal one up, but
right.
you approach it.
You approach it, yeah, and I think it's pretty clear that's the DMP play, and so usually the DMP play is the best
Oh,
overall
look at here,
play.
just as we said.
Yeah.
You never seal it totally.
Right.
And
So
Jonah-
now, yeah, but he's got a huge lead in the race, so this is
and
fine.
yeah, it's going to be difficult to for Kit to lose this one.
Yeah.
But strange things happen.
Yes.
Oof. There's a Jay Schaefer from Colorado, Jonah's home state, sending birthday wishes to Jonah. Yeah. Looking at stream 2 is over there. We've got a second TV out today, so we can glance over our shoulder occasionally and see stream 2. He needs What, threes are better? Oh. So Dana Nazarian knocks off Marcello Di Filippo in the consolation semifinal. See if Rory wants to put Savant, if they're going to play that consolation final right now. Check with them. Oh, okay, great. So,
All right, so he rolled a clearing double fours, and now it's just kind of a real long shot for Jonah to pull this one off.
yeah, he's but what an odd structure kid.
Yes, yeah, because he rolled double fours. First he rolled double twos or something and played 8-6, 8-2. Then he rolled double fours to play 7-3 4 times. So yeah, it does have these big gaps. So on a real bad day, he could just miss and miss and miss and miss. And Jonah rolls a good double or two.
Jonah,
Wow.
catch up. Man.
Yeah,
There's a nice non-playable 4.
yeah.
It's like somebody yesterday, I forget who it was, early in the morning, had a structure like, similar to that in certain regards. Rolled double 4 twice in a row and didn't take a single checker.
Yeah. We've all lost games, like that. All right, kid. Unless he's got some stack, looks like he has 8 checkers left.
Look here,
Whoa.
Jonah says, "Well, I'm not giving up. I'm fighting." And an ace, so get another one of those sets, and we've got a contest. That's not exactly a double 6. Mr. Pascar. Oh, that's good. That's good. Probably.
Wow. He's trying to make a game of this.
Mr. Rory Pascar, organizer,
There we go.
director,
5-5.
Mr. Everything. Thank you.
Well, I don't know about
Great-
that, but
Great tournament.
Thank
So,
you very much. I appreciate all the hard work you and Tara put into this, and my staff. And I think things have gone pretty well. Just want to say good morning to the Backgammon Galaxy. Hope everyone's enjoyed a lot of these stream matches this weekend. What a great pairing you have in the first match. It's now 5-5, I guess, 6 away, 6 away. The great legendary Kit Woolsey against Mr. 5K himself, Jonah Seewald.
And it's his birthday.
Today's his birthday, really?
Yeah.
Oh, does that put Kit at a slight disadvantage?
That was my speculation. Now, someone earlier said that Kit is going to try to, give Jonah a bale of switches for his birthday. So,
Yeah, so what we got going on here? A little 4-2 from the bar.
Or something.
4-1.
I can't rate it.
Yes,
I
come all
can't
the way
read
up to the 20, maybe?
I don't think so.
Don't come in under pressure. 4 down is...
Yeah.
Mark Olson is not with us here, but we're going to have to drag him over to the States one of these days.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to have Mark at any of my tournaments.
And
He's
we would
such a
too
great
at,
energy.
UBC USA. Maybe you can get to
All
Texas
right, I'd
next year.
play 24-23 twice at the last 2. Since
So
the
why do you move up to the 2-point anchor?
since the 8 is stripped, puts pressure on that. Here you're leaving a direct shot. That doesn't look right. And 6s are not especially great
Yeah,
shots.
Matt
for
also
green.
says make the 23. So.
So why make the 23 instead of splitting to the 21, 22? That's one of the most difficult things for me. I
Well, you
hate
bring that
making
other
the 22.
checker in
Is it
to-
just because of that checker on the 9 point?
Yeah.
You activate that checker.
Green has the famous 10 in the zone,
Okay.
so that's one reason not to split. And
The fact that they have 3 back doesn't change that at all.
well, he agrees with Matt and I and Bill. I mean, this seems right. I mean,
Okay.
the stripped 8 point is, I think, important to consider. That way, if the opponent rolls a 3-1 or 4-3,
Okay.
and they make the 5 point, they're leaving a direct. So
Sure. So this is just going to make the 9, I guess.
Well, maybe.
Make the 9 and come up
And
to
come
the
up to the
21.
No, I think you're stripped on the mid. I think you make the 22, and then you go 6-4 and 23-21.
Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought that checker was indirect.
Well, like you said,
I was up late
stripped
last
on the-
night playing
stripped on the
poker,
mid
so
also.
yeah, I was up late night playing poker, so I didn't read that position correctly. For some reason, I thought that there was a direct.
Okay, so make the 4-point or the 9-point. I think the 4 points.
I would think the 4-point was right.
This
Rory
is the better
adjusted
blocking
it
point.
himself.
And
He was very cognizant of wanting himself.
She
in the
didn't yell at me
picture.
yet, so I guess I didn't do a terrible job. 1 second. All of a sudden, I'm missing a thumb.
So, yeah, that looks right. 4-1, so 9 and 7x, yes.
I better not let you get out.
I think I finally got one right today.
3-6.
Okay,
and
I'm
Cubes are coming.
Cubes are coming here.
Can Kit take it?
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But he does have the 22.
They're
but
having
he's
a
got,
chuckle over it.
he does have 2 more lots, though. He's got 3 back already.
Jonah seems very animated today.
And 3s are not duplicated.
Wish we had the audio to hear what he was saying.
The viewers can hear.
Yeah, I
that.
know. I do know.
Sixes,
And actually, Kit
ones.
didn't know that the viewers would get the audio, so I said, you got to chat up the audience, Kit. Entertain them. No, that doesn't sound like anything that Ray would ever do.
So
I'd be surprised if he took
he's
this.
spending
But
a little bit more time on this
The,
than I would have anticipated, but
Yeah.
time's
Yeah.
not a problem.
Yeah, Jonah's numbers are so well diversified. 6s, 1s, and 2s, and 3s all do something. So,
5s hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt says, I don't think this is close to a take.
and he dropped.
Kit got there. Nothing wrong with using a little clock. MCG knows all about using the clock, so
He knows a whole lot about using a lot of clock. Not a little.
that's true.
Certainly the way it played out, your play turned out well.
Well, I just stuck with
Every-
something then.
Okay.
Jonah, the birthday boy, takes a
That's all we can do, right?
5 away, 6 away lead.
Yep. 3, 5, 3.
3. That make the
Jonah.
point. 5-4.
Step up
Standard.
and down.
Standard split.
Yeah. Rory, do you think we'll have a open jackpot today?
Yes, we absolutely will. We already have 5 or 6 spots taken. As soon as we get to the 8th player, we will do a draw.
Okay.
And I'll take entries for a little while later.
Yeah.
I don't want it to go all afternoon. We do have the after tournament going on starting
Right.
at 3.
Right.
So maybe we'll just be 8. Maybe we'll have yeah. Well, I'm guessing we'll end up being an 8-player bracket.
Yeah. Okay.
We already got the intermediate jackpot kicked off. They had 9 or 10 entries already, so hopefully we can get that one to 16 since we have 9 or 10 already.
All right. So here, Jonah has a
6-1.
few options. I think he's got a hit, 6-5. And then I would play 13-7.
Brandon says he's in for the jackpot.
Brandon, who?
Brandon who? That's right.
Is there a Brandon you know of in backgammon? I can't think of one. I wish he had come here to Vegas. It would be nice to meet a guy named Brandon.
Just lock up his spot, man.
Ooh, dance.
Brandon, if you're interested in playing backgammon today, we're at the Westgate Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. If you'd like to play, please go and come on down and join
I'd
us.
suggest you get here before 2.
Actually, if you're playing, if you want to play in the jackpot, you should get here immediately because it started at 11, and I don't know how much or starts at 11. I don't.
Masters jackpot final is at 2. I would suggest he gets here by 2.
What's that have to do with this guy named Brandon you're speaking of? We have the Masters jackpot stream scheduled for 2 p.m. for those of you who aren't aware, and I guess maybe I forgot there is a guy named Brandon Maybe his last name is Macklin, I think, possibly. He is in the Masters Jackpot final.
So
this is a dicey position.
So it went double take, and now obviously Jonah is hoping to make a second anchor,
5-1.
and he just made an illegal play, I think. Yeah, 5-1. Yeah. So,
Jennifer Lynn, you are lying to the public. You are not Brandon's biggest fan. I own that. I was being very, very facetious. I love me some Brandon Macklin. He is one of the bright stars coming up in our game. And just one hell of a dude.
Might have misinterpreted what you said. He started taking entries. He hasn't started it, Brandon. That open jackpot.
Yeah, that open jackpot, the official kickoff is 11. I think that's about 3 minutes from now.
But you've got some spots, you said.
Yeah. We've had, like I said, 5 or 6 entries so far, I think.
looks like Jonah has a good chance of getting a well-timed 1-3 game here. Look at this. Or 2-3.
Or a 2-3 game.
Yeah.
You agree with him moving up to the 2-point, right? He's a little fast for the 2-point ace 3, right?
I think 2-3 generally is better than the 1-3. Yeah.
Are you slotting the back?
That's oftentimes right. It looks right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way, if white rolls a 6, it helps his timing, but it also helps black in that he gets to recirculate a checker.
Absolutely.
Not black, green.
It looks black, so I would have accepted that.
Black. Yeah.
I would not have corrected you.
Will that open thing interfere with his final? Or you can work around it?
We'll make it work, Brandon.
Yeah, and he wants to be.
But you need to be here momentarily to play.
2 and a 3.
So come on down to the Westgate Hotel and Casino here in Las Vegas.
Do you just move up to the 20, or do you go 17-14? I don't think you need to lift 11-8, do you? I mean,
I wouldn't. You can still potentially make a prime.
Yeah. So let's see how to figure it out. Twos are really.
I would be playing this. This would be my play.
I think because white really wants a 2 to play 24-22. And
you don't have to, Brandon. I would not be upset if you did not.
And then 6-5 or 3-2. I'd go 6-5 here with the 1.
This is an
I don't think I've heard of any backhand players named Brandon either. It's a shame he's not here, you know.
Well, it sounds like he's going to come on down.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Come on now.
Well,
he needs a little warm-up match or two before 2 p.m. anyway.
So white has a 1 to play here. I think 6-5. All right. 9-8.
Yeah, I agree with you. 6-5. Just play as pure can be, right?
Yeah. And I would hit, and then you have a 1 to play.
8-7, possibly?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure why, but yeah.
Well, I don't know why. It just is natural.
Yeah, right.
And there are a lot of smarter people in backgammon than me.
Come on.
And actually people have studied the game a lot more than I have. I am one of the absolute true feel backgammon players. And it just felt like the right play.
Yeah.
That's a very much that particular play epitomizes how I play backgammon.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's the reason I would have done the same play. It just felt right. I'm not really sure. And then also maybe there are certain sequences you're going to want to dump a checker down the ace, like
he just did. Also, one of the reasons why it just feels right also is that you do want to clear from the back, right?
Yeah,
and that leads to that because it checks the spare off the 8-point.
Yeah, 1 and then do that, and you're hoping that Kit's hoping that Jonah rolls a 1, has to hit, but he doesn't. So,
ultimately, and now I guess it will finally start. Jonah's got to do a little bit of work to develop some semblance of a board.
Right, yeah.
And
Well, he wants to do it slowly though,
Exactly.
because if he rolls
doesn't
any kind of
wanna-
a medium double or a big double, he could very quickly start breaking down that board.
Yeah,
So
and
Yeah.
that's why he's put those 2 spares on the 3.
now,
is
is
to,
Kit supposed to cover
run
the
with
9 or not? It's not really clear.
I would, because it.
He is, yes.
You know,
Might be right. Just
God
play
help
13
you.
to 6, but I'm not really sure. And Kit seems to like that as well. That
I
way,
would've made
it'll
it.
help Kit's timing.
I mean,
if,
you do he would have created a super anti joker with double sixes. Double sixes would have created a super anti.
okay.
Wouldn't you
11
rather have him? Would
Yeah. Yeah, I like Kit's play here, too. 11 to 4.
yes, I agree that.
Okay.
But I would've made the
got to
front.
come out and
I think he should hit.
make the 5-point hit.
I
and
don't
make
know
the
if you
5-point.
want to make the 5-point, though, really. Maybe. Certainly come out. But I mean,
Ray says 100%.
you're not really trying to go forward yet. So, still, your
Matt
timing should
Matt
be okay.
was saying not to hit. I think Matt wanted to just
Okay.
wait for the hit and get some.
Could be.
Get some construction.
Yeah,
done
I'm
over
almost sure I would not have. So
6. He needs a 6 pretty quickly.
I usually don't say this, but I agree with Matt Kongeyer's play.
there. Well, now he's changed his mind. Maybe hit actually,
He's
All right.
and he said that before you agreed with him. You know?
oh, did he?
All right. So he really wants a 6, so he doesn't get it. So I think just 13-8 and just leave that blot alone, right? You certainly don't want to hit and send Kit back.
That game, not a back game.
I think.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I don't think you have enough timing. to do that.
You're not ready to go forward yet. Yeah, that's just it. So either play 13-8 or maybe 12 to 7 or something like that. I mean, just don't hit though.
That's a really good question by Half Decent Backgammon.
That's Ian.
Oh. I will have to speak with the WBF president Bernhard Mayer. But if the decision is mine, which it could be, I would say that would be absolutely 100% okay. I mean, who says a club has to be a live club? I mean, I think it's pretty clear that's okay with me.
3-2.
Is there any chance you clear the 7 or 8, or is that just crazy?
Oh, he hits. Ooh,
That hits.
bad
That's
shot.
a terrible roll.
6-2. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there are things that can happen still.
That's a bad roll for black. Didn't want to hit another checker, although that could lead to the destruction of white's board.
And then 4-1. And don't cover it if Jonah doesn't roll a 1. Just get out.
Here we go.
5.
Oh, worst.
Shot.
Number 1 worst roll.
All right. Now I can just.
What?
That's true.
I said corrected.
Play 2 more 5s.
All right. So does he
Actually,
cover the ace?
double fours doesn't break. I'm not. So double 5s might be worse. Double 4s wouldn't. Yeah, no. I think double 5s is worse than double 4s. Because double 4s doesn't. It brings 3 checkers in and goes to the ace and doesn't crack the 5-point.
You've started it now.
What's
Dimitri doesn't like that idea, but he says he's starting a daily shoe with Michi and Mochi. Dimitri's starting a daily shoe. Justin Knowles taking a 8.
1 second. That's. And they are now getting that open jackpot started. So if Brandon, you'd like to play, if you're not here in Vegas, you get here very quickly. Now,
I played
if
somebody.
I did not hear the name.
Well, he's got the timing now.
Okay. I'm going to step away, which is probably a good thing for the audience, and do a little bit of tournament
Management.
Yeah, tournament management stuff. This is just turning into a very gross position. Although he doesn't want to break a
But he's
point.
cleared to
Oh,
six.
that got better.
Unbelievable shot.
Got better.
Wow.
Well, that was a monster roll.
Sure was.
I mean, he
MCG says, I'll take black.
before the double twos, would you take
After
black?
the double two.
That was gross. I don't understand why he's even thinking take a checker off. Right? There's nothing about why would you leave yourself odd on the top?
Yeah. You're a little closer to clearing it, but I think you're right. And
John Hagan, can you repeat what you just said, please?
for once in your life, I think you made a correct statement.
It was hard enough for O'Hagan to say that once. He's kind of like Fonzie.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh, now this is a little more interesting. I would take the 4 off.
No.
Oh, I guess the 3 is forced. The 3 is 4. I'm sorry. The 3 is forced, so it's the 4 that has to go to the ace. You're right. Right. I said, like I said, I was up very, very, very
Like
late
he
playing
played 2
poker.
fours to me, but
No, he
did
put 2 on the
Okay.
ace, 1 from
Sorry.
each of the 5 and 4.
Okay.
You must be drunk like me.
6 B. Okay.
Force play.
Matt, do you still want black here?
Next roll is going to be interesting.
2 out.
Thing to do.
There is a little bit of backgammon equity
A
here.
little bit. We'll say.
How little?
A little bit of winning equity.
Less backgammon equity. Oh no, that's a safe
No,
play.
he really wants.
No, I think you have to make 2s play.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes, there you go.
I agree.
I'll teach you, John. I'll teach you.
I agree. That's the right play.
Gotta play what I can.
All right. He needs a 1 or 2 big time.
Desperately seeking a small number.
And he gets it.
Boom.
Gets it.
Well, I have to go play the jackpots.
Okay, John. Good
See
luck.
you all
man.
later.
All of a sudden, John, there's a hit, and with 7 blots, John loses interest. I don't get it. Well, like I said, I need to step away and do some tournament duties. Uh-oh. Wrong scholar. Tara, once again, thank you very much for everything you're doing. I appreciate you greatly. Seriously, thank you.
Anyway,
I've played poker 3 sessions this weekend. I did. It's funny you nailed the 2 hours of sleep, but I didn't quite win 500. I've played 3 sessions. I won 360, 500, and 450. I'm up 1310. Boop 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 boop.
How much is that now?
Pretty good.
Better than like
Better than my average rate playing backgammon. I can tell you that.
recognize your console finalist.
okay, so commentators come and go, and it's back to me. Okay, so wow,
This is your only miss?
this still has some Jonah trying to contain. He does the hard way, the long shot. Kit dances. What you got to do? Well, I'd stay on the 11, block the 4s, and just flood the outfield here. I'd block the 4s are blocked with the 14. No, they're not. They're not. Okay, so you gotta block them there. Need the 8 point as part of the prime. Matt points out as well as it blocks the double four. Yeah, that's probably right. I wanted to 4 or 5. Looky here. Whoa. Jonah's in. Now, kid, there, big set and doesn't get it. Doesn't get anything.
I'm just gonna play a 3.
That's bad. Ooh, pardon me.
It's gonna be part of it. It's gonna be part of it.
Jonah has designs on the bar point there, and he gets it. Ooh. $250 viewers was. Now, y'all be sure and hit that like button. It's the first match of a long day of matches here. I don't think there are any stacked there, so it's 6, 7, or 8 off.
No, I'm sorry.
Perhaps.
You're right.
I think 8 off.
Do you see something I didn't?
Yes, a different number on one of the die. Oh,
sorry,
I get to
sorry.
roll.
Sorry, I forgot you had an ace still. Yeah, you could still roll an ace.
Playing this game.
Now I don't get to roll.
Yeah, that's what I had that in my head. Like,
I'm sure you did.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Mario is.
Oh, and then let's see when he re-racks them here. How many was on the ace point?
Worked.
Four, oh man. 5, 10 on the ace point. So he only had 4 off.
Thought the score didn't just.
Okay, so what do we got going? Okay, we've got on stream 2, we're starting the
oh, when I didn't make.
Open Division Consolation Final. Mario Savan and Dana Nazarian.
And you don't come in. Like,
I mean, at an even score, it's a pass. I was just.
right.
I didn't know how much. I hadn't judged whether I was taking or not. Anyway, I didn't
Okay, 8-5 Jonah, 3 away, 6 away.
Turned out you didn't have any structure. You just rolled double.
Double fives and
fives,
cash.
then either I got in or I didn't.
Yeah.
The final score.
Yeah, I just told him stream 2, Ace Point Backgammon YouTube channel, consolation final in the championship division. Mario Savan and Dana Nazarian. So check that one out too. Okay, Jonah's got to make. I has to do that. Kit's escaped his back checkers. This is ugly. Just goes to the 6. So we're getting into super stack mode. 4-2 makes the 4 point. Fell off about 20 or 30 viewers real quickly here. Man, a bunch of them might have went over to watch Dana and Mario consolation final. What's that? 5-1 for Kit. Now he could make the point on the 3-point. Leaves a few returns, and Jonah's got a nice board. But what else do you do? You could, got to just make that. He dances 25% of the time, like that. Now, what's Kit gonna do? I don't think he can send this just yet. I think it's a little early. Oh, he sends it. Jonah takes it out of his hand rather than let him sit it down. 4 makes the 2 point. 5-6, nice shake.
It's a plan. See what happens, Kit.
It's not their, based on those PRs through game 5, that's not their best performances. It's been a tough, competitive, entertaining match, but both can play considerably better than this. Oh, pardon me.
Well, I guess this be my 6, doesn't it? Makes this a 5. Okay.
Maybe so, Dimitri. I'd be surprised if either of them were playing quite that high, but okay, Jonah misses the shot that was afforded him.
I see.
Well,
Same situation.
he would like to maybe played that otherwise, but he has no choice.
The 6s are easy.
You can play that. Now next roll is
Stop rolling them for a while.
is the telling roll. Jonah's been constructing a nice board, sitting back waiting, and now Kit has to do it. That's a start. Still facing the same problem, but a little easier to clear from 4-away than from 6-away. Boom, look here. Oh, my word. Double aces, double deuces. I'd be hesitant to clear the 6 here. I'm doing this. I'm playing deep, as Matt would say.
What's 2-1? Do I even need that point?
Pardon me.
6-2, you're not hitting me now. Interesting.
You need to meet this gentleman. He's another economics prof up in Washington.
Hey guys, I didn't realize you started. This is the finals.
Okay, well, there's the shot. It's got to be an ace. This is a huge swing in the match. Boom. So Kit's going to get 2.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, guys.
Okay. 8-7. Jonah. 11
One shot
with a
at least.
spot in the final on the line.
Earlier, I thought I was
So as we've had
when
throughout the week, for the most part on our streamed matches, it's
Oh, when I was here. Oh,
very competitive, close
that's where I thought the opportunity was going to be the most
close matches.
of the colors.
yeah. I'd have been surprised if you passed it.
Oh yeah, there was no way.
Probably not even a double, an even score, but the score, your recube's limited, so
Okay. Here we go.
Yep.
more exciting scores.
6-5. Kit running. So Kit is 4 away. Jonah 3 away. So Kit is only a Gammon 2 cube away from the victory.
Backgammon play.
Very good.
Sometimes you gotta play with the dice deal you.
That's
know?
right. That's correct.
What are the cumulative PRs to that point in the match, Mishi? Okay. Now here we saw a game like this a bit earlier. Kit's extricated his back checkers, but hasn't done much else. Jonah is well ahead in the. Well, I say he's well ahead. He's well forward with a lot more of his other checkers, but he hasn't gotten his back guys out, and he's got some homeboard development. So Jonah needs to hit. Jonah does not hit. What do you do? Slot 2? Slot the ace and the 5? You can go check. I don't know. Okay. Tara and Rory having a nice little exchange, which has happened a lot through the weekend. Rory decided he talked to Mario and Dana, and between them. Somehow they decided to make the consolation final 9 points, but nobody told Tara. And so they changed the scoreboard, but her graphics are wrong, and the clock was set for 7-pointers. So they're having to go in there and correct the inconsistencies. So here we go. Kit contemplating. He's got something to shoot at, and he's 4 away.
Okay, that score of the debate that have been wrong.
Yeah, I thought there was no double, and Kit obviously made that decision. Jonah moves a lot of freight with a pair of nickels. Okay. Jonah's got the thing going well for him, except little Wilbur left back on the 24-point.
Reasonable shot at making one of them.
Pardon me.
Not really good enough. It's not a cool
Thing, particularly with streaming as we do, and needs to be a lot of cooperation and coordination between like Tara and myself and the director, Rory in this case, to make sure we're all on the same page as far as clock settings, match lengths, what matches we're going to stream, what how we stagger matches such that we get to show the maximum number of the most desirable matches. So so I have to laugh. I'm kind of one. I'm middle ground. I can be impatient, but at times I'm patient. Rory and Tara seem to be wired in much the not the same as me necessarily, but in much the same way between the two of them. So they can there can be some sparks on occasion. And of course, they're all everybody has the same best interests in mind. It's just how do we get there sometime? Okay, so again, we're still both have nice structures. Jonah has that, as y'all laughing about my little Wilbur moniker I put on the trailer back there. But Jonah takes the cube. Now we're Kit to be able to win a gammon. He could win the match, but Jonah unlikely to get gammon. He's well advanced otherwise than the one trailer. Kit's got to contain him, and then worry to be able to perhaps not only contain him but prime him. Then Kit could perhaps start fishing for a second checker, which might enable him to gammon Jonah. But as it stands at this point in time, it's unlikely to yield a gammon.
Since you're now playing a 9-point match, would you like 4 more minutes on your clock? Tara's going to take care of this. That's why we'll take care of it.
Okay, so he's going to make the 5. He debated making the bar or the 5, goes with a 5, and looky here, boom. Kit just looks
Yeah, I was gonna get out.
looks off to the side and says, man, what happened there? But looky here, he gets the return hit. And You know, some days it's chicken and some days it's feathers. And okay. Oh, looky here. Scoops them up. We may be, the G just became much clearer in the focus. Like I said earlier there, it was interesting. Jonah only had one back and, you know, well advanced, and it was unlikely to get develop into a gammon even if it went Kit's way. But he got sent back to go fishing rather than deciding to go fishing on his own, and everything broke his way, and he picked up 2 additional checkers, and here is Jonah in a bind. 2 in the air. Kit doesn't want Jonah to anchor, so there's some temptation to hit loose, but he's not going to. He's going to take the chance. Okay, now what do we do here? He could shift and put them all 3 in the air, which is what he does, and that activates the 8 and the 9 checkers on both of those, the 2 and the 3, the void points. Going to have to hit it, I think. He doesn't want Jonah to anchor. Yeah, Ergen was talking to him. They're both economics professors, so. I'd introduce them to each other. Okay, so and a 2 cube. It was a sad sequence. If you're Jonah or a Jonah fan, it was a sad sequence. It didn't look gammonish whatsoever necessarily. Certainly not in the immediate term, but man, it went south in a hurry. And now this match may well be over. I said may well be. I didn't say is. Okay. So Kit's trying to moved off the 6. He's trying to ensure that, you know, he's not vulnerable to any of the large doubles.
But I hit it.
I hit it.
Oh, you did.
They changed it.
No.
Double T.
So we added 4 points. Makes sense? In your
Okay. Oh, set of 4s. This Jonah may be heading to the showers here. Set of 5s. After a game is over or a match, you go to the showers and clean up. Jonah may, and he may be heading to the showers. Yes, indeed. He's not a happy camper. This was a brutal sequence. But that is backgammon. Huh?
You got me.
Correct. There it is. Jonah gets gammon from 3-way, 4-way, and Kit wins the match. So it'll be Kit Woolsey and Ronald Amorim in the championship final. So Jonah will have to celebrate his birthday in another manner.
Pretty easy take. And then I get the shot. You don't hit me, it's over. You hit me, you've scooped all the checkers up.
Okay, we're going to watch stream 2 for a little bit. So
Oh no, not
we can comment on that. And then
one of the points. spots in
After some bit of a break, I don't know. It's officially scheduled at noon.
the other point.
Would be the championship final, which would be
Figured
Kit and Ronald Amarim.
I know a reference for that. Taking cubes in that spot.
Yeah, he got 5% of the prize pool, Ian. So it's one match.
I didn't
Ronald got 5% of the prize pool as a bonus for winning the undefeated
Yeah, but you know
undefeated bracket.
that's why I have that reference.
Okay, so here we are over in the consolation final of the Open